They are on money, oh, sure you know. Eh? But you will do some foolish things. And some of you want to do some foolish things until you want to do mass com. Do you like it? Did you like? You don't like it. So talking to a very large number of people, you don't like it. Do you know how many people that saw you? Your primary school mate saw you. Eh? You might be surprised that people saw you from London. Do you know, listen. Do you know you can be a medical doctor and many people will not know you? Do you know you can be a lawyer and many people will not know you? But you cannot be a news presenter and all the people in the country will not know you. They will know you. True or false? Now, the core components of the course, mass communication, includes journalism and reporting. Who is a journalist? Who is a journalist? Now, journalists are trained in news writing, editing, interviewing, and ethical reporting for print and online outlets. So if you are reading mass communication, they will train you on journalism and reporting. They will also train you on broadcasting and production, public relations and advertising. I love PR. I love public relations. Do you know what they do? Eh? You don't know? They will also train you on media studies and theory and digital media, or what we call news media. If you graduate as a mass communicator, you'll be able to work in places like media. You work in the corporate world, government sectors, specializing in roles like reporting, producers, and public relation officers. The skills you acquire communication skills. While they were talking on Onitsha, we were trying to design who owns which voice. And I must tell you, I love how Shekina was speaking. How she spoke delighted most of us. Now, when people went to Owerri, there was a girl who came out from, is it Novena Secondary School? Claret. Wonderful. That girl's art of speaking was so marvelous. In fact, I was arguing with someone that is like, this girl stayed abroad all her life. So, as a mass communication student in the university, they will teach you art of communicating. They will teach you communication skills. They will teach you how to speak. I have a brother. If he calls us on phone, he will use one kind of voice about half an hour. But if he receives a call that he doesn't know he's calling, oh yes, hello, how do you do? Who am I speaking with? When he found out it's his brother, he said, boy, you are crazy. Oh, come on, talk normal. Come on, talk normal. Is that clear? So they will teach you what you call communication what? Skills. I hope you know that is what they call concord. The way you speak with your mother is not the way you speak with a stranger. Mass communication will teach you that. They will also teach you critical thinking and research. I must tell you, when we are watching football, if you go to watch football, I like listening to the commentators. There are some history that you continue to bring out that you start asking yourself, when and how did they know these things? Why do they know them? Because they go into what? Research. Before every match, they will go and research about every player. So that when they talk about the player, they will tell you the player scored 15 years ago and the importance of the goal. So mass communication is a very sweet area. Now, if you graduate, there are career opportunities in mass communication. You work in media houses. So when people went to Onitsha, there was a lady that was fat. I'm referring to, where is Chioma? Chioma is not here, she? Where is she? Okay, let me stop talking to only Shekina. Let me talk to you soon. When you went to Onitsha, the lady that was anchoring you guys, do you know her name? What the fake name? What is the fake name? Area Mama She? Do you see the way she was speaking? Do you know that almost everybody in Onitsha knows her?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you put yourself in that position, now let me tell you one thing about these people. Do you know that I've watched NTA, sit down please, I've watched NTA for almost 10 years, and I must tell you, I have not seen one presenter wearing the same cloth 2 times. It's very difficult. As in, you see that lady today, she's wearing this cloth. Tomorrow she still wears the same cloth. I have not seen. Even after 1 week, she will not wear that cloth again. I don't know if they give them special wardrobe allowance. And they used to dress. The men among them, if you see them, it's either they're on senator or they're on what? Suits. And they are so adorable. So sweet to behold. I jealous them. I jealous them. What is the problem? Did I make a mistake? What happened? Can I continue? Now, for mass communication, they also train you in script writing, film editor, media consultant, and as a researcher, they will train you. You either be a media consultant, you can be a film editor. All these Nigerian films you are watching, do you know they have directors, they have editors, and so many other, they have people who wrote the scripts. There is a guy called Secha in my community. He wrote a script. While he was writing, he said he wanted to shoot this film. And I was like, guy, you are in the village. How will you do that? He wrote a very sweet story. And then at a point, he told me he was traveling to Lagos. I said, what are you going to do? He said he's going to sell the script. He went and sold it and came back with a huge amount of money. So you can also write and sell. And they will shoot the movie, they will edit it and shoot it. And you make some fortune. You make some what? But before that, mass communication will teach you how to do what? Script write. Why do we study mass communication? The field provides versatile, hand-on training for the evolving digital landscape, suitable for individuals interested in storytelling, media production, and influencing public opinion. Influencing public what? Opinion. Have you ever gone to buy something before, and then, assuming you went to go and buy a shoe, I know that some of you have not gone to the market to buy a shoe for yourselves before, but I've seen those who went to go and buy a shoe, and at the end, they come back home with one kind of oversized shoe. When you ask them, they will tell that they don't want to buy this shoe. but somebody convinced them to buy it. As a matter of fact, before you reach the place, the person will call you that this shoe will fit you. Before you know it, I've put your shoe and put that one. And even when it's oversized, I've seen that it's oversized, they will tell you that this shoe fits you very well. I've seen that kind of scenario before. And they will make you buy the shoe. And when you reach home, you either dash the shoe out or you abandon it. Is it good? Is that art good? But they have succeeded in selling their market or in marketing their products. That is for the mass communicators and those who want to read mass communication in the university. Let me talk about political science. The Nigerian landscape or the Nigerian environment have made political scientists to look foolish. But they are not foolish. The reason is because someone who dropped out in primary school will buy his way into position and become a governor, become president. Let me ask you people, as my researching students, what is the qualification of BAT? Who is BAT? What did you read in the university? Who told you nothing? Say you don't know. Are we together? Good luck, Jonathan. What was his profession before he became governor? Good luck, Jonathan. So if I set it as a question now in the exam, people have failed it. Farmer. On which farm? On Stella's farm? I think he was a lecturer. And for you to be a lecturer, you must be a graduate, true of us. So he studied. But which one did BAT do? So you see, most of all these people have taken the positions of political scientists. Political science is a social science discipline focusing on the theory and practice of government. Of what? Theory and what? Practice of government, politics, and power dynamics, both at local government level, at national level, and at international level. How many of you would like to go into politics when you finish? Into politics. They are the richest people in this country now. Say you know. Okay, you don't know. Politicians, their money flow like meter. Okay, you don't know. As a matter of fact, all of us are going to school so that we can make a living, true of us. And I'm telling you that politicians, even those that failed and worked their way into power, are extremely what? Rich. There is a man I know. He was a university dropout. He was an alaye. He was a tout. But because his touting nature has made him to know how to do gra-gra, he contested for an office and won. Before he contested, he was an Okada rider. Okada rider. You know touts now? When he's not doing a job, he would like to, but something happened and God helped him. Let me not say devil helped him anyways. And he got himself in a political office as, I think, PA to a governor who he did Aburo for. And then from there, he contested for a position and won. And today, if you see this man's house, you ask yourself, who owns this house? And how did he make this money? If you see his bodyguards, if you see his cars, if you see his entourage, if you see people following him, if you see those that he has made to be rich, you ask yourself, how did he make this wealth? And how do you think he made it? Politics. So for those who want to venture into politics, you'll be sure that you will analyze political systems. You analyze political what? System. I know that I hope you know that the political system in Nigeria is different from the political system in Ghana. And then different from the political system in London. Every country have their own political system. What is our own political system here in Nigeria? Eh? Yes, multi-party system, and we are what? Operating what? Democracy. Some countries are operating autocracy. Some are operating bureaucracy. So you know that. Hmm? Which one is UK operating? Who knows? Who knows? You don't know? Who is the number one in Nigeria? Is the president or the governor? Who is the number one in UK? Eh? The boys. Who is the head in UK? It's no longer the queen now. Is it the king or the prince? It's the king. That's why they sing, all hail the what? King. Before, as of last 3 years, it was all hail the what? Queen. And now it's all hail the king. So you will analyze, as a political scientist, you will analyze political systems, you analyze political behaviors, you analyze public policies and political institutions. Common subfields of political science is or are political theory, comparative politics, international relations, and public administration. Political theory examines historical and contemporary political thoughts, ideologies, and philosophical questions. That is for what? Political theory. Comparative politics analyzes different political systems, institutions, and processes across countries. While international relations focuses on foreign policy, diplomacy, conflicts, and global affairs. Global affairs. If you're an international person, or if you are a graduate of international relations, you will be involved in what you call political affairs or international affairs. What do these people do? What do? They relate between countries. They relate between what? Countries. They act as middlemen between one country and another. Is that clear? Is that clear? Now, the common skills you will learn while studying political science. People are sleeping. Touch your neighbor. They will teach you analytical skills and critical thinking. They will teach you research methods, communication skills, and most importantly, conflict resolution. Conflict what? If you get to university, there's a course we do, they call peace and conflict. Peace and what? Conflict. For those who are living in face me, I face you neighborhood, they will teach you to avoid those who will pour water at your door. You know that used to cause fights where? So you know. They will teach you how to avoid those people. They will teach you how to follow peace and avoid conflicts. Let me tell you a brief story. I know of two men who died the same day. What happened? A woman came out and spread her cloth. Another woman came out from her house and said that is her position to spread her own clothes and removed the other woman's clothes. When the woman that spread the cloth came out, they started arguing. And why arguing? Instead of them to fight on their own, they ran in and called their husbands. The husband came out and asked the woman who spread her clothes, "Is that place your position?" The husband answered, "Even if it's not her position, haven't your clothes dried?" And the women went to the background. They went to the background. And the two men started arguing. From arguing, they started fighting. From fighting, they carried weapon and injured themselves badly. That one died instantly. And they carried the other one and rushed him to hospital. Before they reached hospital, he died too. And that is how those two women became widows that day. And their children became what? Fatherless. So you are clapping. God bless you for clapping. Don't be that type of a woman. And don't try to be that type of a wife. And men, be careful. Oh. Be very, very careful. Woe betide my wife, any that will come back house and heard that she argued with somebody. That day will be very, very hectic for her. Beat, God forbid, there are many things bigger than beat. So you know. Okay, you don't know there are many things bigger than beating. I should tell you. You are talking about political science, not beating and not beating. So my fellow men, be very, very careful. And pray to God not to give you that kind of a wife. I know a man from my community that divorced his wife. Reason, he was building a house. And at the end, he wanted to roof. He called one of his brothers, they call America, and said, "America, roof this building for me." And he gave him huge money. America roofed the building and found out that the zinc was not enough. So he went and collected all those off-cuts, all those ones that he cut, and patched the place at the backyard, somewhere hidden on the zinc. So when the woman came to supervise and saw it, she started making case. Big case. She called police. The owner of the house, the man who paid for this, he said, "Oh, madam, this is the house I paid for this guy to build. It's not your problem. Leave it. I will address it." The woman refused, called police, did this, did that. And they charged the case to court and called the man. The man came home and told his wife, "Look, you see that court you are going? I'm not going with you. If you reach that court, settle yourself and come back. I'm not going. And my money will not enter." And the woman went to court and complicated issues just because of a small thing. And at the end, the case became so big that they asked the guy to de-roof the house and roof it again. Where is the money? And the man saw this and said, "No, that this woman is too troublesome." And the man went to court and said, "Court, divorce me from this woman." And that was how the woman lost her marriage. See, today as I'm talking to you. I'm talking about conflict resolution. Conflict what? Resolution. You understand negotiation and decision-making processes. There are many times when somebody will tell you, "Who are you?" Even if you are bigger than the person, what will you do? You go your way. Political science will teach you that. What are the career opportunities? A degree in political science provides a foundation for careers in government and public administration. Government and public what? Administration. And you remember government administration includes civil service. Do you know what civil service means? Do you know? You know many people in this country are civil servants. Civil what? They work for government. Policy analysis and from some political offices. Law and advocacy. International organizations and NGOs. Diplomacy, international development, and human rights advocacy. You can work anywhere in these places. You can also work in the media as political journalism, public relations, and campaign management. Now, for those who want to read political science, the courses or the subjects you will register for in JAMB are, number one is what? English language. That is the mother of all subjects, like I told you. The next one is what? Government. You can also read history. You can also write history. Economics. Commerce. Geography. Civic education. Sociology. Literature in English. CROS or IROS, and even French. Even what? French. You can choose any four of these, including English language. In WAEC, you write your, how many subjects do you register in WAEC? 9. You can register any other 5. With any 5 from this place I just mentioned. With any 4 from this place I just mentioned. Complete it. That is for political science. There are many universities who offer admission into political science. Check your brochure. How many of you know what brochure is? Brochure. Uncle Winner, are they still using brochures nowadays? Is it still working? Brochure. How many of you have seen brochure before? Please, before you choose your universities or your subjects, consult your brochure, either online or offline. Huh? Brochure is a comprehensive guide, a comprehensive list of all universities that offer any course you want to study. The subject combination you can write to earn admission into those subjects and or whatnot. Is that clear? Huh? It can also help you to know the, okay, that one is syllabus anyways. Finally, let me talk on international relations. Somebody say IR. IR, international relation. Those who represent countries in other countries are called what? Eh? How many of you would like to be an ambassador? I would like to be. So if you want to be an ambassador, you start now to think of reading international relations or studying international what? Relations. International relations courses explore the complex interactions between states, non-governmental organizations, and international bodies. And what? And international bodies. This program covers, international relations as a program covers foreign policy, conflict resolution, global governance and security. Global governance and what? Security. How many of you know that Israel is fighting today? With which country? Israel. Eh? Gaza. How many of you also know that Russia is fighting today? With who? How many years have that conflict last? I think it's getting to 3 to 4 years now. And they are still fighting. It is the duty of an international relation executive or international relation person or an ambassador to make sure that that kind of conflict does not arise. There should have been war between Israel and Iran. Hope you know that. Who solved the problem? The boys are not following. Who solved the problem? It's a lie. It's President Donald Trump of the United States of America. How? How did he do that? Now, Israel, say, hello. So you know that Israel is close to Iran and they are stark enemies. Then Iran was building a nuclear plant and they were trying to produce nuclear weapons underground, very far underground. And Israel was warning the world that Iran is trying to build nuclear weapon. And you know that Israel knows that once Iran succeeds, who will be the first victim? Israel. So as they were warning now, they decided to strike Iran. As soon as they struck Iran, Iran retaliated and war broke out. After a few days of the war, Trump rose up and sent a fighter jet called B-2 Spirit. You cannot detect it, you cannot see it. It will pass this sky, you will not see it, you will not even know it passed. So while Iranians were sleeping, the B-2 Spirit went and dropped a bomb that pierced through the ground and scattered the nuclear plants Iran was building. And when everybody woke up in the morning, America told Israel, don't fight anymore, we have solved the problem. And the war ended. So you see how international relations have solved that problem, that conflict between two countries. You can also be a mediator. Some years back, the reason for the Biafran War was that Nigeria and some Biafran executives decided we are having conflict anyway, sorry. And then Ojukwu was saying, look, I need restructuring, resource control, so that the South will control their resources, the North will control their own, which would have been a very good something for Nigeria, a very good agreement. But what happened? Gowon, who was the president of Nigeria then, refused. And then the president of Ghana then called Ojukwu and his men and called Gowon and his men to a place called what? Called what? Government students. Called Aburi in Ghana. And then there, Gowon was sitting, Ojukwu was sitting, and they made a resolution that, look, don't fight. Let there be restructuring. Biafra, control your resources. The Northerners control your resources. And they agreed. And came back to Nigeria. When they came back to Nigeria, Gowon went and thought, as the president of Nigeria then, and said, no, he will not stand by that agreement. And Ojukwu said, in Aburi we do what? Stand. The agreement we had in Aburi, that's what we stand. And when Gowon refused, what happened? What happened? the Civil War of 19 what? 67 broke out. And that is how they killed millions of Biafrans. Just because they cannot control simple words, conflicts. They did not come to an agreement. At the end, it will cause what? It will cause what? Problems. So, as an international relation person, you have to mediate between countries, either your country and another country, in order to broker peace and understanding. If Nigeria has an ambassador in Ivory Coast, and anything happens in Ivory Coast, the first person they will secure is the Nigerian ambassador. And many countries have ambassadors in different countries. Nigeria has ambassadors from Great Britain, has ambassador from America, has ambassador from Japan, has ambassador from China, has ambassador from different places of the world. So if you are thinking of becoming an ambassador, which course will you read? Which course will you study? It is also a 4-year course in the university. And the course subjects include political science, international law, history, economics, and diplomacy. Political science, international law. In the university, you can go to university to study international law. You can go to university to study political science itself. They study foreign policies, global security issues, international organizations like UN and AU or EU. What is the full meaning of AU? What is the full meaning of EU? What of UN? What of UNESCO? What of NATO? Huh? What's the full meaning of NATO? It's not Nigeria, no. North Atlantic what? Eh? Who knows it? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The subject combinations in JAM. Number 1 is what? Number 2 is government. 3 is history. 4 is economics. Literature in English. CRS. Commerce. If I'm offering English language, government income, economics income, literature in English, CRS. What of geography? No geography. When I was a student in LOGISS International Secondary School, geography was my best subject. Eh? You say? We should bring it back. So graduates of international relations often work as diplomatic officers, intelligence analysts, policy analysts, international humanitarian officers, international business and law. Are we together? Graduates of international relations works as diplomatic officers. Who is a diplomatic officer? Who can tell me? Huh? Who can tell me who a diplomatic officer is? Who can tell me who an ambassador is? When they say, when you finish, try to be a good ambassador of LOGISS International Secondary School, what do they mean? Do what? Representing LOGISS very well. You can represent, but not very well, sure you know. You represent very well. So finally, in the university, you need to be very, very careful. I hope some of you are jotting down questions. You be very, very careful in the university, because the university environment is not like LOGISS environment. The university environment is very hostile. It is either you hold God tight or you face the consequences in the university. Is that clear? At this point, I want to take some questions. If you have any question, ask a question. Whether on political science, international relations, mass communication, or business administration, ask your questions. And I have just 3 minutes to take those questions. Anybody with question? Huh? Okay, if you can write, write. If you may not write, you can ask your question direct. The boys.
Try to be unique, try to be outstanding. Impossible. Those of us in the single honored courses, it's advisable you pursue your degree. After your degree, go for masters. After masters, go for PhD, become a professor. Now let me tell you, in Nigeria, you are a professor and what you studied is fine and applied arts. You are a professor and you studied a medicine and surgery. You're also a professor. You become a professor in that field. This one is a professor in his own field. In Nigeria, a professor is a professor. It's same recognition, same salary scale. So you are good to go. Whatsoever you think you have a passion for, you have interest for, go for it with all every zeal. And at the end, you will